Having a goal log is great, but if you're making this one mistake, it doesn't matter how many goals you write down, you're not going to accomplish any of them. So that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. What's up everyone, Eric Bowling here. Welcome to another episode of Mind Shift, episode number 2. And in this video, we are going to talk about why your goal log is not working. Everyone knows that goal logs are the best thing to have. The problem is many people don't actually have a goal log. They actually say that even though everyone has goals, only about 2 to 3% of people actually physically write their goals down. Now, here's the other cool thing. If you go and take your goal out of your mind and actually put it down into paper, you're 80% more likely to achieve that goal. Now, we all know the statistics are kind of thrown around, so we see all these different numbers, and how they're actually ranking these things can be difficult, but I can tell you from personal experience that writing down goals has been the #1 reason why I've been able to progress in life. So if I looked at my life 5 years ago, it was so drastically different than it is today. But here's the other thing. If I look at my life just last year, where I'm at now is completely different. So goals are kind of the way to climb the stairs in life. Goals are going to be the stairway that you're designing yourself to get there. The problem that I see with people and their goals is that they write down goals, but they don't put down two things: a deadline and an action plan on how they're going to accomplish that goal. You can write down as many goals as you want, but if you don't have a deadline to accomplish it, and if you don't actually have an action plan as to how you're going to accomplish that goal, it doesn't matter what you write down. So that's just the truth. And if you're not willing to accept the truth, well, then you probably don't know why you're stuck. A lot of people are stuck and haven't accomplished much because they don't have a plan of action. So if your goal is to lose 30 pounds, how long is it going to take you to accomplish that? What is your deadline for reaching that goal? And what are you going to do to lose those 30 pounds? So a lot of people write down what they want, but they actually do not know how they're going to do it or by what time they're going to accomplish it. So there's a good saying that a goal without a deadline is just a dream. And a lot of the times that's what we have. We have a lot of dreams, but we don't actually have real goals. And the whole purpose of a goal log is to identify what do I want, when do I want it by, and how am I going to get it? So what am I going to do to accomplish that thing? If you don't have a deadline, you have no idea when you're going to get that thing. You have no idea when you're going to accomplish it. And it's okay to make a deadline and not reach it. It's just not okay to have no deadline at all, because then you don't have any plan. Then you might just let it go and you're like, I'll get to that goal. But if you say, hey, it's going to happen in 3 months, well, then it looks like you need to be losing 10 pounds a month to reach that goal. And that's why the second most important thing with goals is actually taking action. The thing that helps you to take action more frequently is going to be goals. So at the end of the day, our goal log should be driving us forward. I do not like motivation. What I like is inspiration. You see, inspiration comes from within you. Motivation is an outside thing that you're requiring. So a lot of people talk about, I need to be motivated. You see, that means that you need some type of external thing to cause some minor form of inspiration in you. If you have inspiration, that is an internal thing that comes from within you, and then you produce outside of you. So I'm going to help you build this action plan. It's very simple. It's going to be 3 simple steps. So the first step is to assess where you're at. Get a body fat scan done. I've put a link below for you to get a body fat scan. Anywhere you're at, just put in your zip code and you're going to find the nearest one close to you. If you don't have access to it from where you're at, then find someone who does have a DEXA scan. I mean, just Google DEXA scan, get a body fat scan done, and assess where you're at. So after you assess where you're at, the next thing you're gonna wanna do is actually understand how fat loss occurs. So for this video, we're gonna be focusing on fitness. We're gonna be focusing on fat loss and body recomposition as our goal topic. So obviously you're gonna need to start to train. A good place to start is 3 times a week with lifting weights. The next thing you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna find a diet that is sustainable for you long term. Now, if you have no idea what type of diet to start, just like in my last video, I have a simple guide for you that you can apply for. It is application only, and I do this for a specific reason. Because I give this guide away for free, I wanna make sure that I'm sending it to people who will actually follow it and do the work. So if you have no idea what type of diet to follow, something that'll work for you, then on the link below, you can go ahead and apply and get that guide for free so that I can give you a little bit more assistance. You need a training program, you need to get on a nutrition regimen that works for you, and then you just need to do the damn work. So you're obviously going to be cleaning up your diet. Make sure you're avoiding things like sugar and white flour, etc. So we kind of know what we need to do. Just make sure we're avoiding the bad foods. So at the end of the day, the most important thing to understand is you need to do the work. That will be something that I will consistently say, so I always ingrain it in your mind. All right, and so that's it for this video. And if you like this content, once again, make sure you leave a like, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you can continue to see videos like this. And until then, I will see you guys next week on the next episode of Mind Shift.